Yo, what up, what up, what up? Welcome to the Black is Your Girl Red. I think I'm on episode 44, 45. I can't keep up. I'm in the 40s. I know that. 44, 45. Well, you'll know when, due to the title when I put it out. Anyway, so I don't have the title for this yet. The title will probably come to me as we go along. But I got my homeboy from Same Shit Different Toilet Podcast. My homeboy Dre. Say what's up to the people.
What's up, people?
See, he knows what's up. Yeah. That's that podcast like, oh, this mic stand won't let me be great. I'm about to just hold it like I'm on stage or some shit. I'm gonna do it like I'm on the piano.
On the piano.
Oh yeah, Casey. Okay, fuck it. I'm just gonna hold it. So you know how we doing the block. 3 topics. We'll venture off, of course, because that's just how conversations really go. First thing up, manipulation. Yeah. I made a status early this week because just having a conversation with my homegirl. I said it almost seems like men, only because I'm speaking from my point of view, men I feel like they have a censor on who they can like manipulate, like certain levels of manipulation. I feel like they can just kind of sniff it out of a woman, like, oh yeah, okay, we about to like fuck some shit up with this one.
I don't think it's just they can sniff it out of a woman. I think most men have this. Like you said, a censor. Yeah. They have this ability to kind of get a feel for something and say, okay, I can take advantage of this situation. Right. You know what I mean? If I do it, then, I have to live with, the type of feeling. Because, I've been in a situation before where this girl was like, hey, what do you want for Christmas? And I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, what do you mean what I want for Christmas? Like, I don't even talk to you like that. Right. And she's like, well, what do you want for Christmas? I can buy you some shoes or something. And I'm like, oh my God.
Oh, she gonna buy some shoes?
Yeah. And I said, well, I have been looking at these shoes over here. So
I'm checking out these Jordans over here.
And it was like, a part of me was like, come on, bro.
Right. Like,
don't do this girl like that. Another part was like,
you better get them damn Jordans.
Yeah, she offered, you know what I mean? Right. So I didn't take up on the offer. I was like, I'm good. But, right. I could see somebody else be like, oh, yeah, I'm about to milk this situation.
And they would have just milked that shit all the way into a relationship if they could.
Well, most men would take the perks without the relationship.
They would try.
Yeah.
In 2016, now it's coming to a point where you can't even do that shit. Like, even the ugliest of girls are like getting hip. Like, Taquay, like, I ain't buying them jeans and them Jordans if you don't, move in with me. Some shit like that.
Well, that's the thing. Like, if that situation occurs, she wouldn't have any leverage to push the relationship because she's already took it to that level without it. We don't talk, we ain't ever hung out. You just gonna offer me some shoes, like
that's weird.
That's relationship stuff. So you gonna give me some of that without I ain't got to do nothing for it. I don't have to date you to get nothing from you.
She in the back of her mind, she's trying to buy her way into like your heart or at least your mind. If she can get inside your head, then that'll work for her. But like, because she's thinking, oh, if I get him these shoes, then he gonna be talking to his boys and he's like, yo, it's girl, she got me wild, whatever. And sometimes she just wants to feel special in a way like that. Me personally, y'all, if you listen to previous shows, Red don't get down like that. I ain't buying nigga shit. No, if you're not my man, like not on some talking shit, and not on some, because for me, I'm 30. I turned 30 this year. I ain't got time to be. I'm not selling myself to some man. Yeah, like those days, you did that early 20s because you just wanted to, have an encounter. Just to say you got somebody, so you would sell yourself. Like, I cook, I clean. I don't do this, I don't do that. I'm not doing that shit. I'll tell you the ins and outs. That's me. But as far as like I'm not going to try to like talk you through this. Like, you should pick me because I do this and this. Is like, I'm grown. Like, we all grown. So we doing grown up shit. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, I keep my house clean. I work every day. That's just shit you're supposed to do. Like, you don't get brownie points for doing shit like that. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Yeah. So you ain't doing nothing over and beyond. So I done got to a point where I'm not selling myself to some man. He got to sell himself to me.
Now, don't get it twisted. Females are manipulative too.
Very much so. Very much so. Emotionally manipulators.
That
boom.
Yes, they don't. it's kind of a way like they manipulate. So like, you know how like dudes, you know, see somebody you haven't seen in a while. Hey, how's it going? You know, you talk to them or whatever. You know, hey, you want to, you know, hang out or whatever. You want to do this or do that. Females, they're more, you know, you miss me,
right?
You know,
start gauging shit.
Yeah, you know, you don't really miss me like that, do you? You know, how do you feel about us? You know, do you see me more than this, or you see me more than that, or like, you know, things like that. So they play with your emotions. You know, as a dude, if you're a good dude, you don't want to be like, man, I don't miss you at all. You know, you don't want to tell her, you like, I miss you. You know,
right.
in a sense,
you playing the game and shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You don't want to hurt her feelings. You know, at the same time, she's making you say something you really don't want to say.
Feel right.
Yeah, you know,
I'm different though. But for me, like, it takes a lot for me to even express those kind of things. Like, I could be thinking about you all fucking day. I'm talking about every hour on hour. I won't say shit.
Yeah.
That's just me, because I have a problem with, because in the beginning, like everything in life, of course you start out that way, and then somebody takes advantage of it, or they shit on us. So you're just like, why am I gonna keep on, you know, doing the same shit, and then somebody,
the same result.
Nope, I ain't about to keep doing it. So it would literally take, like, I have to literally be comfortable with you, and you would have to express those same feelings and emotions to me first before I could feel like, okay, now I could, you know, say these things, or I've been thinking about you, or I miss you and stuff like that. But if guys have tried it with me, then reverse it. You know, you miss me? No. And I'll be like, no, not at all. keep it a buck.
I feel like we don't ask the question. What we do, we be like, I know you miss me.
Yeah.
We say that.
You say shit like that.
We don't ask people like, I know you miss me. You ain't got front. You know what I mean?
Shit like that. And she's going to answer it one or two ways. She's going to be like, yeah, you know. She's going to be like, I mean, not really.
Yeah. You be like, all right, whatever.
Right.
Yeah, you know.
But how you doing? Like, you know, not saying that we can't continue the conversation, but I'm not going to sit here and be like, you know, to make you feel better about yourself.
I feel like women are more manipulative than men, but I feel like we are more opportunists. You know
That's what it is.
I feel like when we see an opportunity to take something or get something, we jump at it. You know, so we like, this might never present itself.
Right, this is never going to come back around again. It's like the moon landing at this motherfucker.
Like, I have an opportunity to get this. I'm taking
Let's
it. You
strike
know,
while the iron is hot.
Yeah, so that's kind of like the kind of like mentality that dudes have, because women, it's different for women, you know, because women get approached by men all the time. You know what I'm saying? All different type of men: short, fat, skinny, hairy, bald, whatever. Right. Variety. You know, they get the whole Baskin Robbins all the time.
All 32 flavors.
Men, we don't really get chose like that. You know, we can approach those different flavors and stuff like that, but
for somebody to come to you, it's like,
it's different for us. So if a certain type of female that you are interested in, if she approaches you or, you know, gives you any type of rhythm, you're like, ooh, I gotta take this.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Makes sense.
Whereas girls, she might like this type of dude, but she be like, you know what, I'm gonna pass on him.
Yeah.
Because another one just like him will come by a week later. Yeah. You know what I mean? Whereas dudes, it ain't the same for us.
Yeah, because when you see something like that, I don't know. It's about the whole approaching thing, but that makes perfect sense. Yeah. Opportunists. Yeah. I mean, manipulators, but not saying that it can't be the other way around, because there's
not saying that.
Yeah, because there are some women out here that would definitely, hell, there's married people out here that are married to like niggas that they know is just like hit, or they're not, you know, whatever, the best kind of guy, and they're still with him for the fact that he got money, he's a provider, he takes care. Fuck it, I'm gonna stay right here, because what's the point of me, you know, struggling and trying to, you know, move to another situation when I can just stay right here? Which, me personally, it doesn't make sense, because life is short, yet it's long, if that makes sense. But it's too short to be out here on some bullshit, just stuck in a relationship that you don't want to be in.
But why do you think they choose to stay? Like, why do you think they feel like that? Is it because
it's a self-esteem thing? There's that, because then you have, even though they started out with the, you know, fuck it, I'm however old, because some people feel like you got to be married by 30. I don't know why, but they feel like, fuck it, I'm about to be, oh my god, they like running down the streets like, you want to get married, and they just snatching niggas up and getting married. I don't understand why, but they feel like because society has set it up that way, if you're at a certain age and you're not married or in a serious relationship, so they let society really manipulate them into doing some shit that they really didn't want to do in the first place.
Yeah.
So they would get into this relationship with this person, didn't have those conversations like, do you want kids? Health issues, health backgrounds and shit. Do you have insurance policies? You don't have these, these in-depth conversations besides, you want to have sex? Like, there has to be more than, let's fuck, because that's going to fall off. Because eventually you going to dry out and he ain't going to be able to get it up no more. And then y'all just going to be sitting here like, and y'all complete opposites. Y'all, the shit that you like, he absolutely hates. So this is why I feel like there's a lot of shitty ass relationships out here, because people don't communicate. So they would much rather just be in a situation just to say they got a situation.
Yeah,
it's not deep or anything like that.
I think as far as the having a connection with somebody, just because y'all don't like doing the same things doesn't mean y'all can't coexist.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Compromise.
So like, you know what I mean? So you just have to be able to be open. Don't always be opposed. You know? So if they say, hey, let's go get sushi tonight, you like, man, I hate sushi.
Now, I don't like no sushi.
Yeah,
but you could get you some shrimp fried rice.
You know something else, you know what I mean? Or they be like, hey, let's go ice skating. And you be like, look, I can't skate. You put me on that ice. I go with you. I try, but I can't skate.
Right, but I watch you skate. Like, I try a couple times if I can't do it. Now, one thing, and you're a Louisville fan, correct?
Of course.
One thing, I'm not compromising. I was going to a UK game. That's never happened.
Yeah, it's not. That's not.
Kiss my whole ass, nigga.
I took a UK shirt for my dad because I needed a long sleeve shirt for work, and they got UK on it. He was like, "You gonna wear it?" I was like, I'm turning this side out. I can't wear that. I can't let nobody see me. I don't even tell people I got it on. When I got it on,
you just got a blue shirt on.
No, it's black, so it's perfect. So I turn it inside out, and I'm good. But other than that, I can't do the UK thing.
I'm not doing it.
I can't.
I've tried to talk to a guy that was a UK fan. I just can't do it. I just can't. I just couldn't Not saying that was the reason why I stopped fucking with him, but that was reason number 2. It was right underneath, too many kids. All right, cool. And a UK fan. I'm not about to deal with this shit. I'm not about to deal with this shit. I have standards, for God's sake. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
But I don't know, because I was talking to my, like I said, this topic kind of just came to mind because I was talking to my homegirl from work, and it was a certain situation going on with a guy that we work with, and I was like, he attempted. It's almost like he was fishing it out. Like he would, flirt and converse with every girl on the team, just to kind of see who would
take the bait.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, he knew who to fuck with, and who he was like, okay, yeah, she crazy. She got crazy family members. So if I did some fuck shit, ain't no telling if I can come back from that.
Yeah.
This one over here, she's a little weak and hard on herself, and she exposes the weakness in her relationships that she's in. I can definitely fuck with that. And as people, women, men, whatever, because nowadays men gossip like women. I don't understand why, but you can't sit around and expose all the flaws in your relationships to everybody, because all they gonna do is take it and run with it, and expose it even more. Like, what the problem is in your relationship. So why would you tell somebody else that could try to get inside your head and be like, you don't really want to be there. You don't want to do this.
That's ammunition for dirty.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna lie. I've done it before. Friends with a girl or whatever, and she tell me about her relationship, and I'm like, again, in my one night, I was like, man, I'm gonna just shoot my shot, see what's up. Like, man, you know where that nigga at.
Yeah, see,
he ain't even home. It's 3:00. You know where he at.
He don't talk to you.
Yeah, he ain't called you all day. Yeah, for real. Right. Come on.
Knowing you don't give a shit if he calls.
Yeah, exactly. Because I do the same thing.
Right, because I'm not gonna talk to you either. But
pretty much. But it's they open that door. For you to take that opportunity. And manipulate the situation. I never want to be the reason why you break somebody up, but at the same time, I mean, everybody's been in a situation where they liked somebody that might have been in a relationship, and you might have been cool enough for them where they, tell you about the problems that are going on, and so how to get to. You don't. It's this. I don't think we do it intentionally. Yeah. But it's like a subconscious feeling. Like, I'm gonna see if I can kind of get in there. You know what I mean?
Let me
see if I can just slide in a little bit. Let me see if I can slide in. Like just a little bit. Like let me just see what's up and let me see if they take the bait. You know what I mean? Let me see if she's really, if she's real deal in love with this nigga, then all right, she gonna resist. Yeah. All type of, she gonna be like, no, I'm in a relationship. I really care about him.
That shit's only gonna last
but if
so long.
but if she is on the fence, she be like, hey, I'll come over.
Right? She like, fuck it, that nigga he ain't doing me right. So then y'all just in a situation where it's just like y'all going tit for tat. So it's like whatever he cheats on me, I'm gonna cheat on him, which is a perfect segue into the next topic. So because we gonna leave the good shit for last.
Yeah.
So Tammy. Waka Flocka's wife, or a strange wife. No, they back together. Wife. Anyway, she had made a statement that she said she feels like women are weak if they decide to leave their significant other if they cheated on them. Mm-hmm. And my call to that was bullshit. Pure 100% bullshit. Because you are not. I tell you what you're not gonna do, and y'all know how the block get there. I'm all about women empowerment. What you not gonna do as a woman is tear down another woman for the decision that she decides to make. Uh-huh. That don't make her weak. Actually, it makes her stronger, because you got to think about it. What's your self-worth? What's your self-respect? A man cheats on you once. All right, me personally, you cheat on me once because I've been in that situation. I can't give you another shot. Yeah. Because if I give you another shot, you're going to take that shot and you'll keep going until I don't know when you're going to stop. Like, I don't know what it would take for you to stop. Because if you get it one time, you like, I'm going to be good for like a year, 6 months. Yeah. And I'm gonna step on back up.
Get my points back.
Right, up, get my brownie points back up, and then when she's in a good spot, me slide right back. See, now I can't. The way I'm set up, I just cannot. But for her to say that is wild disrespectful. A woman's weak for leaving her man for cheating.
I think we have to. I mean, you have to separate her from the majority. For like, when she got in a situation with Waka, she has to understand that she is dating a celebrity. He's on the road. He's doing all this stuff. Not saying it's acceptable,
right?
But I think what she's saying is that a girl like her, she kind of knew the person that she was getting involved with, the lifestyle that he lived, and that she would be a fool to think that somebody at that status would be 110% straight for her. You know what I mean? They wouldn't step out on her. They're not gonna flirt with females. They're not gonna entertain with other females because of the status that he has. Like, it's not like she was there from the jump. Yeah. You know what I mean? They got together years after he hit, success, fame, all the other stuff.
And he ain't even really that successful anymore. Go ahead.
I mean, like, look, Waka, I'm not saying he's a legend, but he did. He started
like a little era for that.
In my opinion, he did drop a classic album at Flaccovelli. That
was good.
Every song on there was a hit.
Yeah.
Damn near. Just like Ray Shrimmer's first album, every song on there was a hit. You know what I mean? Every song went platinum. It's nuts. You know what I mean? So you got to give him credit, but I think she's looking at it from like, if you're a female out here and you get involved with somebody who is at a certain status, you have to know what comes with it. And I think she's saying if you know that they step out on you, you have to go into that relationship knowing beforehand that this is a possibility, because you're not always going to be there. They're going to be in London. They're in California. You're at home in Texas or Florida or whatever. They're going to be traveling. They're going to have girls throwing themselves with them all the time. Not saying that it is acceptable, but
it is very unacceptable.
Yeah. Not saying it's acceptable and that you should be like, oh, okay, it's fine, babe. Do it again. I don't care. But I think she's saying,
if you do that shit,
I think she's saying that I knew what I was getting myself into. I was emotional. I was upset. I had to let him know that this is not right. You can't be doing this stuff. But at the same time, I'm not going to leave just because of that. Like, it's more than that. I care for him. He cares for me. We're working on something. We're going to get past it. It happens. You know what I mean? But if you just a regular people, you know what I mean? And somebody cheat on you, then all right, go ahead and do what you got to do, leave them or whatever. But I think she's just saying, as far as somebody in their realm, that.
No, that's fine. That's absolutely fine for her to feel that way. It's the you're weak if. That's the shit. You're weak. Yeah. That's the shit.
Yeah, I think
everything else after that, I didn't hear nothing. It was like somebody calling you a bitch and they was trying to tell you something. You're like, you know what, you acting like a bitch because, and you didn't hear nothing else because all you heard was bitch. And you're like, who the fuck they calling them? Like, you didn't hear nothing else because it's certain keywords. It's like, who you calling weak, bro? Like, that's how fights get started because they don't hear what the other person, like, everything else after that. It's like, it's all, you hyped them up to this point. You like, bitch, who you calling weak? So
it's all about the delivery. You know what I mean? You can have
the delivery is very important. How you get it out is very important. It's like, if a guy was acting overly emotional, I wouldn't call him a bitch. I would be like, why are you acting so sensitive? That's still gonna piss him off because any man ain't like, fuck you calling sensitive, but it's better than me being like, why you acting like a bitch? Like, it's softer ways to deliver it. The problem is, like, I read the article, and if you my Facebook friend, and we're gonna talk about that shit too at the end of the show. I share articles, get my point of view, whatever. But I was telling Dre, I said it took everything in me not to just hit share and be like, this bitch, because I was like, nope, I'm not even gonna do it. I'm a hold for the block from now on. Like, I'll just give my point of view on her and we'll just leave it at that. But the comments that I read underneath it, which was very on point, the problem is you can't call a woman weak for deciding to leave her husband or boyfriend or whatever because they're cheating. It's the fact that they're taking a full assessment of themselves and they're like, do you really want to keep putting up with this shit? The fact that you can't share no man, you don't like your nigga to have, you can't be out here like, everybody gets something, like, you not willing to share. And it's 2016. It's very dangerous to be out here sharing because there's STDs, guys. I don't know why people act like STDs is just like, that shit ain't like, there's some shit you can't walk away from.
You know what's crazy? A couple years ago, when I was a junior in college, I was talking to one of my friends, older dude, and he was like, Dre, you ever had an STD? I was like, nah, bro, I'm good off that. I was like, I know how to STD. He was like, how old are you? What year are you in college? I was like, I'm 22 and I'm a junior in college. He was like, and you didn't have no STD? He was, you ain't fucking. I said, what?
What?
Yeah, I said, what you mean?
That's how you fucking when you...
Yeah, so I was like, bro, that's stupid. And he was like, man, they got shots for this shit. I was like,
all this shit.
Yeah, and I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, like chlamydia, let's go get a shot. And he was like, dead ass serious. Like, it wouldn't know.
Didn't blink, none of that shit.
He was really like, you ain't fucking because you ain't never had STD. I said, you know what? It's these things called condoms.
You can put them on.
Yeah, you can wear them. You got a choice. They cost like $4-5 a box.
Right. Or you can bulk up. If you
go and get the big 48 pack, whatever.
Right. That way you straight for who knows.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
You don't even know how long.
So I was like, nah, bro, I don't agree with that assessment. And I was like, that's you.
I had somebody had told me about someone else that I know and said that it was like, everybody had an STD. I was like, you on that bus by yourself, player?
Never had.
And then also you got there's levels to STDs because there's some stuff that's just like, I'm about to educate y'all for 2 minutes, not even 2 minutes, like 1. After having relations, it's always safe and best to get up and go pee. That would help.
Yeah.
don't just lay in the shit, go to bed, roll. No, get up, piss that shit out, wash that. You know what I'm saying? There's ways to it, but some of y'all just trifling. But whatever. So if you get something, you get something. But that was the reason why I said you can't call her a woman weak because she's like, I don't want to take that body risk. I don't want to say, he can come back with a kid. That's 18-year risk.
Break baby.
Yeah, a break baby. A lot of motherfuckers have that.
Shout out to D Wade.
Yeah, shout out to D Wade. Because there's a lot of shit that can happen. So you can't just sit here, not so much as emotional damage. You could actually do physical damage to yourself. So it's like, you got to decide at the end of the day, is it going to be me or is it going to be him? And you got to think, and this is not to sound selfish because I'm not selfish at all. You are all you got. Yeah. You're your only investment because even if you decide to stay in a relationship, who's to say they they might die the next day or they might leave you the next day. You never know. So always take her home before you try to, latch on and try to take care of somebody else. So you're not weak. if you decide I don't want to be with this nigga no more, like you probably gave him chances on top of chances, and he's just at her like she ain't going nowhere. Let me go on. No, sometimes you gotta tell a motherfucker what's real. Like you gotta take away his toy. You gotta be like, nah, nope, no more, and I'm out, and just completely cut this motherfucker off. And one of two things is gonna happen: he gonna realize what he had in you, or he gonna be out here still fucking bitches, and he'll move on to the next one. It's only two options.
This makes me think of a couple weeks ago. I was watching one of my favorite comedians, Patrice O'Neal.
Ah, yeah.
And he was like, I don't know why women leave, when they men cheat. He was like, what you gonna do? Go get another one? He's gonna do the same thing. You know what I mean?
So fucked up. And that's what we be thinking. That's how I be thinking. I be like, yeah, I mean.
He's like, look, you get something good, he's a good guy, whatever. He fucked up, he cheated. He was like, why leave him? You know what I mean? Why leave him to go get another one? It's gonna do the exact same thing.
Now we can do a mini segue into Insecure. I know you've seen the finale, didn't you?
Yeah, I watched it. I watched the whole series. I'm actually a fan. I didn't think I was gonna like it.
I love it.
I didn't think I was
gonna
like it.
I was like, what's the, now watch? I was like, yeah, this is really good.
What made me a fan was I watched the first episode, and I'm a huge fan of Dormtainment on YouTube. Yeah. And I watched the first episode, and they're in that first episode. They're in the club, but they're sprinkled in the background. But they're doing different things. So one dude's over here dancing, and then another dude, he was on stage with the guy that was rapping. But they were just involved in the episode without really saying or doing anything. They were just like the background. They were like the background action. So just like real life, like you watch some TV shows where the camera's just focused on the two people talking or whatever. You don't really, it's nothing really going on in the background. Yeah, on Insecure, what they did. Yeah, her and Molly were talking, but then there's also interaction with other people in the area, and it's like real life in the club. Like you can be two females talking to you, and the dude look over, oh, what's up? Yeah, you know what I mean?
Right? Yeah,
But that's it felt like it was real. That's a real life situation.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Really goes down like that.
I started watching the show. I actually liked it. I actually love it.
Very good. So now we got to flip this good old double standard because it's bullshit. Listen. Everybody lost in this situation. That's how I took it. Everybody took an L in the situation. Up until we don't know what's gonna happen next season, but everybody pretty much took an L. Look, Issa, she should have just kept that lie alive. You know what I'm saying? That sometimes you gotta like his nigga. I did not. I would never cheat.
You know what's crazy? He left the door open for her to not. I mean, she could have lied. You know what I mean? It's because the question he asked her was, did you have sex with him? He didn't ask her when, so she could have said it was a dude I messed with back in the day.
We was in a relationship at one point.
You know what I mean? And we ran into each other. He texted me, blah blah, this and third. And I told him, I'm in a relationship, blah blah blah. I can't really be talking to you like that. Right? She could have played it like that, but but when he asked that question, she froze. Oh shit!
I was like, no, girl, no.
So she I ain't saying she told on herself, but she told on herself.
She did tell on herself.
She told on herself. If I was her, I would have never even approached him at the little event.
No, like I can't even put you because
I would have left it alone. Like after Molly talked to him.
After Molly, like when Molly told you, because that's your homegirl, she was like, "Now he's your Achilles dick." So you already know. Like if like dude got some bomb, and it's like, and you in a relationship, stay away from it because you ain't even gonna trust yourself because anything could happen and slip up. So she cheated. She did.
And it wasn't the fact that it wasn't like a cheat where she just had to just get the, just fuck just to fuck. It was an emotional cheat.
Yeah, because she went back. Like if she probably would have fucked somebody new, she probably wouldn't feel the way that she did. But I ain't even a lot of y'all dudes was like Team Lawrence and shit like that.
I mean,
how come I didn't realize that was Tasha though?
I knew who it was.
I don't know why. I thought I was just looking at it like I wasn't focusing in like on who the girl was. It was just like the fact that he is fucking the shit out of her. Like that's the only I
knew who it was.
I didn't realize because I got her confused with the stripper girl. Yeah, I was like that, and I was like, hold on.
Well, I think once the girl she said the 200 for the head, the 400. He was like, he thought about it. He was like, man, let me go call my girl, man, tell her I miss her, because he probably real deal did miss her, but. Like I was telling my girlfriend the other day, I was like, the part when he was sitting there talking to his buddy, the light skinned dude. Yeah. And dude was like, man, you a different type of nigga. He was like, me, I ain't putting up with that shit. You know, I'm out. He was like, but you know, you different. You lovey dovey. He was like, you know, you gonna do what you do. I don't expect you to react like I would react. I actually expect you and her to get back together. You know, because that's how I know you. You're Lawrence, the nice guy, the good guy. You're a good guy. You know, you're not a
he's
jerk.
like me. I'm a fucking savage. I'm out here.
Yeah, I'm out.
Fuck it.
You know, I'm out. Fuck that. I ain't standing up for that.
Yeah.
And so I think that resonated when Lawrence, after he called, he was like, she was like, I'm gonna come home, we're gonna talk. And you know, she was like, you know, you can stay at the spot, blah blah blah. He was like, all right. So he goes back, and I think once he went back, he was like, I can't.
Because it's something he can't get past.
We done been through too much, and it was like, he felt like I was all in. I was gonna get her a ring. I'm out here looking for it. I'm trying to make it not just for me, but for us. Like I want her to be happy for me. I want to get her nice things.
His problem,
you know, I want to do all this stuff. And
she didn't communicate. She didn't communicate. That was the problem. Like, if she felt like, of course, I understand you done worked all day. You come home and you sit like, nigga, you chilling on the couch eating Fruit Loops, talking about working on the bitch. Start the business. Yeah. When she was in the bathroom on the mirror, she said, I had a business plan for you, nigga. Start the business. I was like, I was dying because I was like, nigga, that's true. Like, get your ass up and start this motherfucker. Like, it's only so much, and that's why she said what she said. She's like, nigga, you been starting this business for like 4 years. Now, what she should have said was, now, how can I help you to get this off the ground? Like, do you want to get this off the ground? Because in the meantime, in between time, you need to get a job. Like, we all got dreams and ambitions. Of course, I would love for my podcast to be, you know, mainstream, but I'm not quitting my job chasing after that. That's stupid, because bills gonna come in, and there's shit that I want to do, and I can't sit around and be broke. That's not happening. So that's why she was like, I done worked all day, I come home, you chilling and shit. So she's annoyed. So that's how her mind got to wondering, and she, you know, went off and did whatever she did. But that's a double standard, because flip switch, if Lawrence was doing that shit, and he would have been all kind of, you know, baby, take me back, you know, I fucked up, blah blah blah, she would have thought about it 2 seconds. She'd have been like, okay, women step out one time and y'all just, oh Lord Jesus, why? How could you, Jesus? Why? It's like, no, bro. Like that's not even fair.
I don't think that it was the fact that she stepped out. It was the fact that she stepped out and then dude came to the event.
See, that's, you know, what she fucked up.
Dude came to the event. He saw them talking. You know, and beforehand he saw that text. You know, beforehand he saw that text and he was like, you know what? I trust her. I ain't even gonna get into all that. I ain't gonna ask about it. Yeah. He was like, it's just some random nigga hitting up, whatever, fuck it. I'm gonna leave it alone. Right. You know, but it was in his head like, you know, it might be something, but I'm gonna chill. Right, I'm gonna chill. And then he sees him talking.
He starts putting it together. Yeah,
like, then he goes outside. He's like, you know, what's your business being here, whatever. And dude's like, I ain't got no purpose to be here no more. He's like, oh man, what the fuck?
What that mean?
You know what I mean?
He started really piecing, you know what I mean?
So then when she come home, he's like, who's Daniel? You know what I mean? Did you fuck him? You know what I mean? That's when he was like, because he felt like he got to the point where he was, I'm doing everything for you. Like I'm gonna give you a ring. Like you feel
that nigga finally got up off the couch and decided to get a job and shit like that. And was like,
turned down Tasha. You know what I mean? Like she came. She like, look,
Tasha was going hard, bro.
She came to him. He was in Best Buy. She came all the way to the back to the home entertainment area, the home theater, looking for some batteries. She wasn't looking for no damn batteries.
For you.
Yeah, you know what I mean? She had shit. You know, the titties was out. You know what I mean? The outfit.
Which goes back to the first time we was talking about. She was trying to manipulate this nigga into some nigga. What's up?
And so he was like, nah, I'm cool. He was like, you know, because at first I was like, yo, can he not catch on that she's trying to,
that's how I was like.
And then he was like, nah, you know, I got a girl, Tasha, I got a girlfriend. She's like, oh, okay, well, all right, you know what I mean? Right. And, you know, she walked off or whatever. And so I think he was like, man, like I passed up on a baddie, you know what I mean? Not saying I don't love you, Issa, but I passed up on because I do love you, you know what I mean?
Right,
and for you to do that to me, you know what I mean? For you to betray my trust, friends? You know what I mean? For me to give you the world, like I'm gonna settle down with you forever. Like I said, he took her, he showed her rings, like he real deal wanted to marry her.
And she knew, she was like, yeah, nah, I can't do no shit like that, because her conscience started eating at her. But it was, I mean, dope show. If you haven't watched it, you need to check it out, because it's really, really, really good. Like, no bullshit. And it does give you that girlfriend's vibe. It does, because Molly's just like fucking Tony Childs.
She even kind of looks like her.
She even looks like Tony Childs. When I first, I was like, bitch, that's Tony. And Issa's Joan Clayton.
Yeah.
Basically, because Joan, I think that was, Joan did cheat, I think, on Girlfriends. That was one point. That it was Maya.
It was Maya.
It was Maya.
It was Maya.
Yeah, with the guy, whatever. Either way, you can see all the characters, all 4 girls within just the 2 girls, which is that's pretty damn dope. But Molly's straight up Tony Childs though. Like I ain't seen nobody else. But
somebody told me that she in real life she's a virgin.
Yeah, she's 32. She's a virgin. More power to you.
Yeah, I don't. Not saying I disagree with it. Of course, I mean it's her prerogative, but that's crazy.
I mean, all them section she was doing.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, damn,
and they talked to her about it on the Breakfast Club. She almost like, you ain't getting lunch. She was like, I mean, yeah, of course. But I hate when they get like Charlamagne and Envy can't handle of having a sexual conversation with them because they ask stupid shit like, "Do you get wet?" Like, nah, bitch. Like my shit broke. Like the fuck. Like that's a natural body thing. Like that's.
I think he said like, "Do you not get aroused?" But like, how do you not act on those feelings?
Self-control like a motherfucker. Her self-control is level 100.
Put like this: it's almost like if they told you, they said, "Yeah, well, you know, the dude that plays Lawrence, he's a virgin too." Like, look after doing a scene like that with Tasha, you be like, bro, how did you not want to?
That nigga, right?
You know, how did you not want to be like, yo, what's up?
I'm about to move his sock.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, how did you not want to actually, you know, have sex? You know, after doing a scene like that, you know. So I think it's kind of
but they act stupid shit. Like that's
what they supposed. That's what,
and it's just so. I be looking like, and I know Angela, you be thinking the same thing. She's like, these niggas serious. Yeah. Like, do you get wet? Yes, motherfucker. Like, that's how your body is set up. Just because you decided not to have like a sexual intercourse or anything like or any sexual, your body's still gonna do what it's gonna do. Your brain is still gonna wander to those things regardless if you've ever done them or not. Yeah, that's just
it's almost like you at a party and you get done dancing with a girl. You know what I mean? For a dude, you know,
got a little chub.
Yeah, you know, it's gonna happen. Like you just got to throw your ass on me. Right, like, I'm gonna get a little aroused.
He's half salute.
Yeah,
half salute, not full.
Yeah, so it's natural. Nothing wrong with the naturally bodily functions.
I mean, we're all adults. Everybody shit should work, and if it don't, you know, go to the doctor. Anyway, close it out. Tie this all on up. We had some dope shit happen yesterday. Some really dope shit dropped yesterday. So J. Cole, for y'all that I don't know where y'all be at, but you probably don't know. You don't pay attention. J. Cole is dropping an album next Friday, I believe. The 9th.
Yep.
Yes, next Friday. So it was like midnight. I got tired, of course. Y'all know that. So like my phone went off at midnight. I was like, what the fuck is that?
The documentary.
And it was like, that's oh shit. I was like, I love it when artists do shit like it. Like don't tell me when something had just here and I'm just gonna drop it out. So of course it was midnight. I had to work the next day. I was like, I'll watch it in the morning. I'm not gonna watch it. So I wake up and of course like all the radio shows are talking about it. They're talking about false prophets. I'm gonna pause right there because we're gonna come back to it. I want to know why wasn't nobody talking about the very first song that motherfucker did. I was like, oh shit.
He went in. That was
everybody got to die one day or something like that.
Yeah, I've been a Cole fan since he came out. My big cousin put me on him, and ever since. Like it's just, I feel like you're just naturally attracted to certain type of music.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like I'm not, and it's funny because people are like, oh, well, you like, you know, do you like Nas? I'm not a Nas fan. I don't dislike Nas. I'm just not a fan of his music. You know what I mean? But
understandable. But you like Jay?
Yeah, I like Jay. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I'm a Jay-Z fan. You know, I love like, Jay-Z's music.
Yeah, there's like one
or
two sides.
I'm not going to sit there and tell somebody, man, Jay-Z's a better lyricist than Nas, because I'd be lying to you. I'd be lying. Nas is a better lyricist. I just don't like that man's music. It just doesn't sound good to me.
I like Nas, though. It's like, it's not one of them, like, if I wanted to zone out, I would definitely just hit my Jay playlist, because I know, like, all the shit. It's going to be hitting. It's going to be hitting no matter what. And now, you know, after, like, some shit go down, some Black Lives Matter, you know, I'm trying to, you know, educate, you know, trying to open my mind.
Yeah, then paint a picture.
You know, I'll throw on some Nas or something, some Illmatic, you know.
It's a like it's a difference, but like I fell in love with J. Cole's music, and I've been a fan forever. And when I heard he was dropping an album, I almost cried.
Yeah,
I was
single Denzel
yeah,
from Glory. It was like
I was like, bro, he told us he might drop it in February, and I've literally been waiting. I've been patient. I've had friends to be like, man, Cole don't rap no more. I had a friend tell me, he was like, man, Cole said he's gonna retire. He's retired.
Yeah,
he
I
don't
heard
rap no more.
about that.
I said, bro, he's working.
Right.
That's why I said he's working. I was like, I know he's working. I was like, if I know him like I think I know him, he's working. You know,
I know my favorite artist. Damn it.
Like,
that shit's coming out. I know it's coming out.
I was like, I guarantee before the end of the year he's dropping something, bro. I was like, and he texted me a couple weeks ago. He said, bro, it's almost December. I said, it's coming. Like,
take a deep breath.
I was like, it's coming. And I woke up. And my homie, he sent me a picture. He showed it was online, and it was like only for your eyes only. And I was just like, yes.
I see. I know my nigga.
I was like, I knew it.
Yep.
And I was so excited, man. And you know, when they told me that the documentary was on Tidal or whatever, but you can watch it on what's called I think Hip Hop DX. You can watch it on there. So I went on Hip Hop DX. I watched it. I mean, the first song, what was it called?
Everybody got to die one day.
Yeah, die one day or something like that.
Yeah.
He was going in, you know.
It's the way he was rapping. He was like
riding the beat. You know what I'm saying?
I was like, oh,
he was on the back of the truck, and he was just rolling.
Yeah.
I was just like, bro, I was like, it's back. I was like, no more yah rappers, like
no more mumble rap.
Yeah, and it's like, and don't get me wrong, I like my thugs. I like my
good
Future,
in moderation.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
But
it's the. It's I'm not a fan of everybody, you know. I'm not a fan of Lil Boat, you know what I mean.
Hate Lil Boat.
I don't listen to Uzi, don't listen to
Never
Savage.
Heard of Uzi.
I don't listen to Black Youngster, I don't listen to YFN Lucci. I don't listen to a lot of this stuff now.
No, none of it.
Now I'll take in my Future, I take in my Young Thug, you know, I take in my Gucci, you know, certain stuff, you know what I mean, but some stuff I just can't get down with, you know, especially like these young rappers like Lil Yachty or whatever, talking about, you know, he don't respect the old heads and he don't really rap. I don't rap. That's weak. You know, that person's weak. Uzi talking about I don't rap. I'm a rock star. I'm not a rapper. I'm a, you know, stuff like that. I'm like, man, you know what? You trash. You know what I mean? Now don't get me wrong. Sometimes they music,
it's catchy.
Yeah,
that's
it's
all
cool.
it is.
You know, it's cool. Sometimes it's alright, but like I was so happy to hear a rapper actually rap, you know what I mean?
Some shit that you needed to hear,
yeah,
you need
it's like,
to understand.
Because over the time, we recently, I mean, like when Big Sean came out with his stuff, I was hype about that. Hopefully, his album drops. So I think it's going to drop next year, early next year.
Top of the year.
So I'm excited for the Big Sean album because I know ever since what's the girl that broke up with him when they was engaged? The girl that's on she was on Glee. Yeah,
I know you're talking about.
Girl, whatever. Ever since then, he's been in a zone. He's been killing everything. Like he's been one of the best lyricists for over the past like 2 years. Like
Sean slept on for real.
Yeah, a lot of people don't really look at him as far as lyricism or whatever. But I like Big Sean, and you know, just to have somebody like J. Cole come out and just. I mean, it's special when he drops music.
It's very
because
special.
he doesn't do the mixtapes. He doesn't do the mixtapes no more.
Yeah,
you know, it's not he's dropping singles here and there, doing freestyles
and he don't
stuff.
do social media either. So it's not like you don't see. And he said that in the doc. He was like, I don't do social media anymore. Yeah. I don't be everywhere. So when he does something, like you said, when he does something, it's special. Yeah, same thing with Jay-Z, because Jay-Z don't be on social media like that. But when he drops, it's just like, yes, thank you.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
It's like they watching because you got to know.
You cherish it more. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. Like I said, I like Future, but
he oversaturated for like a couple years.
Yeah, I'm saying you don't cherish it as much with a J. Cole. Like J. Cole hasn't dropped a project in 2 years. Right. Forest Hill Drives was at the end of December 2014. Now he's back in December in 2016 dropping just 10 tracks. Yeah, and I'm gonna cherish these 10 tracks for as long as I can.
Forever, because
you know what I mean. Like
even with False Prophet, we can talk about that for a little bit.
I loved it.
Amazing.
I feel like it was needed.
Fucking amazing. But the problem is it's everybody's perception. That when you listen to it, okay, hip hop heads. When you listen to hip hop, first time you listen to it, you just listening. You just like, yeah, beat, blah, blah. Second time around, you like, okay, now let's tune in, let's zoom it in. Yeah, like,
what's he saying?
Right now, who the fuck is he? Because when I was like, I ain't think nothing about the lyrics. It was just like, Second time I was like, well, that could be, or that could. I think it's a more of a if the shoe fits where it, first verse could go.
He was definitely talking about Kanye.
It could go Kanye, it could go Wayne. Wayne, take it out because he ain't inspired. But it's definitely Kanye.
It was definitely Kanye, and the reason why I know it was Kanye is because Kanye don't fuck with Cole. And it's not publicly like I don't fuck with you.
It's just like on some low key. I don't fuck with you.
It's exactly so. Yeah. Kanye showed love to every young nigga under Rock Nation, from Vic Mensa, Cudi, Sean. It don't matter. Rihanna, everybody on Rock Nation, Kanye's done work with.
He has not did
Cole and Kanye have never worked together. The only time that they ever worked together was when Kanye was doing the Good Friday stuff, and he dropped that. They dropped that song, "Looking for Trouble," and it had like Cole, Big Sean, Sci-Hi, Kanye, and I think somebody else was on it. You know, but other than that, Cole's never worked with Kanye, and so this goes all the way back to when Cole dropped Born Center.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He even said it. He was like, you know, I changed, you know, my drop day so I could drop the same day as Kanye, you know, just to let him know that I'm the man like Wanye.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I mean? So it's like, and then he outsold him, you know, on everything. And so it's like, Cole, he knows, dude, don't fuck. I don't know why he don't fuck
Cole
with me.
the Kanye killer?
He might have to be, you know. And
I feel like
and
Cole really sees who Kanye is. I think, and that's the problem, because sometimes when you put up these false facades of like who you think you are, like when you sit around. Okay, I'm not saying Kanye's not a genius. I will give him that.
He was a genius
to a certain degree. Yeah, I'm not gonna throw, because the way he was talking, he'll throw up there and be like, you know, Walt Disney. I'm like, nigga, you don't do characters. You don't cut the shit. All right, just be it. When you want to be somebody, just be that. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to mirror yourself, because Walt fucking Disney, Steve Jobs, you want to come on, bro. Like, who was it? Who else is it?
He said Walt Disney, Google,
Pablo Picasso, whoever the fuck.
Mark Zuckerberg. You know what I mean? He was
like, but nigga, you rap,
you know
though.
I mean? Like, you rap. Well, he wanted to break that threshold. He was like, you know, and I could see what he was saying. He was like, when you rap, you know, they put you in a glass case where all you can come out with is urban streetwear and stuff like these. I want to be more than that, and I understand that, but at the same time, that doesn't mean you have to reach. You know what I mean? Like the stuff that he was doing. I mean, like I told people on one of our episodes, I was like, man, I like Kanye, but I feel like he needs to understand that in order for him to make it to that next level, he has to understand that, all right, you an OG in the game. You don't have to convince people
that
what
you are.
And who you
are.
Know
who you are.
Just do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just do it. You don't have to tell people about that and get angry at them. You know what I mean? So I feel like Cole was just saying, like, man, you know, I looked up to you as one of my inspiration. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Nas was an inspiration. Hov was an inspiration, and you know what I mean? Because Cole makes beats too. You know what I mean? He looks at somebody like Kanye, like, man, Kanye, he came from Chicago, you know, did his thing, you know, linked up with Hov, life change. I came from North Carolina, moved to New York, linked up with Hov, whole life change. You know what I mean? So he gets it. Like, I can imagine him always like, man, I want to work with Kanye. I want to rap over Kanye beat. I want to be in the studio with him. And then Kanye never really fucked with him. He's like, damn, bro, that's messed up. And now he seems like, man, you know, you sitting here telling people you a genius. Everybody's like, oh, you came out with some great stuff. I say The Life of Pablo is probably Kanye's 5th best album.
It's good. Don't get it twisted. It's a good album, but if we talking just Kanye work, it's not top Kanye work.
It's not top Kanye work, but he would tell you
this
is the best thing I've ever came out with. Pablo's this, Pablo that. I'm coming out with these Yeezy Uggs. Like,
their shoes is ugly, the clothes is trash.
I like the lows. The lows are good. The lows are good.
I'm never gonna buy them, if I'm completely honest. I just can't see myself spending that kind of money on.
Yeah, exactly. But
I
do
would have
like
to
the
blow up
lows.
and then be like, okay, let me drop a little bread. Yeah. But as far as it was not a diss. I hate when people say it was a diss.
Yeah, it was not a diss.
And they was trying to compare that to when Drake had said what he said about Kid Cudi. My thing is this. Totally different context. When Drake said what he said about Cudi, he was trying to hurt his motherfucking feelings.
Yeah, because he feel like Cudi violated.
Was trying to, yeah. So when J. Cole said these things, he was not dissing. This is like me watching my favorite artist, diminish in front of my eyes, and I'm hurt by it because I put so much, faith and water in you that I felt like it could hold, and you would be great, but I feel like it's a disappointment. And the second verse, and also once again, the second verse is overshadowed by the first one because Kanye's dealing with what Kanye's dealing with.
Yeah.
What about what he said about Wale? Very, very, very important, and that was not a diss.
It was not a diss.
People gotta stop saying that.
He was basically saying,
it was speaking on my nigga. Like if you know your homeboy and how Kanye is, and I said I'm pretty much, and I don't know these people, but I have a good vibe off this. He said these things to him
Wale,
before.
exactly.
They've had these conversations before, because just how Cole is in his music, you already know how he is with his people. He gonna be like a buck with you, like, bro, like, do you understand that you already have a fan base? You don't have to like strive to be like everybody else. You got people that actually fuck with you. Fuck with them. That's it. Like, you don't have to try to convince everybody to fuck with you.
No need to be depressed.
Exactly.
That's no need. Antidepressants and stuff. Like,
trying to kill yourself and shit. It's like, take some deep breaths. People fuck with you. You have a fan base. Put out the music that they fuck with, and one or two things are gonna happen. Either people are going to see it, they're gonna be like, oh, okay, let me, see what this is all about, or they're gonna keep hating on it. If they do, so the fuck what? Just keep making music that works for you and your target audience. That's it. Kanye don't mess with Wale either. He does not.
Yeah, Wale and Cole, they're both inspired by Kanye, and I remember this came out a while ago, but Cudi actually told Wale, like, yo, bro, we don't fuck with your music. Like, he was talking about him and Kanye, like, we don't mess with your music. That's why we don't do music. That's why we're not doing music. Not doing anything. Yeah, together. Doing with you, like telling us to Wale. You know what I mean? Like that. I feel like that also was a part. I think Cole was just talking on. He had his first verse was towards Kanye, like, bro, like, and it's what you're going through. I see what you're going through, but and
I wish you weren't going through it, and I wish you would just get back to some,
get back to the real,
to you. That's why. And then, like, even with that, speaking on that, Talib did basically the same thing on Twitter. I like the way he reached out to Kanye. It was like, I'm not, trying to do this, and this. Just come home. Yeah. Because you could tell when a motherfucker has strayed away and you've been caught up in this. And because you're not going to sit here and tell me that being around the Kardashians has not fucked with this man's mental. Because just watching the shit will drive you absolutely batty. Because everything has to be recorded. Everything has to be placed on Front Street. Everybody don't want to deal with shit in front of everybody. Everybody don't want to take a shit in front of the whole world. Sometimes you want to close the damn door and just, let me handle my business. But with that family, you literally, if somebody gets stabbed, damn it, get stabbed on camera. Put that shit on Instagram. Throw that shit on. You got to talk about that shit. We as black people, just as a race, we don't do that shit on Front Street. Nah. With mental illness, which is it's overlooked, and people just tell you go to church, go pray about it. Do that. Don't get it twisted. Do that, but do more. Get help, because it's one thing to just drop your feelings and every thought at God's feet and expect him to kind of sort through it just by itself. Like, you literally gotta, it's a hand-in-hand situation. Help yourself at the same time. Pray about it, but then try to seek some help. Go get a counselor, a psychologist, somebody that can talk you through these things. Get a journal, write these things out. That way it's not cluttering your head, and you not trying to like self-medicate, and you popping pills and you just drinking you just doing too much. Like, get the proper help. So when Kanye's in that circle, Cole touched on that, you're around a bunch of fake people. Yeah, Kim is not mentally strong enough to deal with that shit. She's not. And I think I said it on my last show with my sister, but I said usually in a situation for men, and this is just me on the outside looking in, well, I got a brother. So if you're not married and your mom is in your life, then one or two people are going to pull you out of it. If you're not married, then it's gonna be your mama. You'll go to your mama, hey, it's a lot, it's this, it's that. Because my brother does that. My brother's not married, but he will come to my mom, because that's just kind of mom we got. Mama, it's this, it's that. Yeah. And she's gonna be that strength to be like, you need to, give you a little guidance. You need to stop doing this, go do this, get some help. I said, Kim's not that. And he don't have his mama no more. So who's gonna pull Kanye out of this? Who's gonna pull Kanye out of Kanye?
Well, I think.
And she was doing her shit too.
I talked about this with my friend, and he was like, because after Kanye did his rant, he was like, he texted me, he was like, man, Kanye was saying some real stuff, and I was like, yeah, but he's still a dickhead.
Thank you.
I'm like, you can say some real stuff, but it's all about
time and place.
Time and place, and it's about how you carry yourself. It's like the way I said, I was like, all right, yeah, get cool. He said this about Trump, blah blah blah. But once he started to talk about Beyonce, I'm not a Beyonce fan. I'm not saying, oh, don't talk about Queen Bee.
I am, but was like,
but once you start talking about that, now you're going into an area where you're talking about another man's wife. Yeah, it's supposed to be your man's wife, no matter if it was positive, negative, not negative. You're just trying to reach out. You don't do that. So I'm like, you're supposed to reach out. Yeah. You know what I mean? Y'all in the same circle. And if you can't get a hold of them, get somebody who can get a hold of them.
You.
But don't go on stage. Don't go on stage and be like, and Beyonce did this.
But
bro, you don't. That's not how you handle it.
You contradicted yourself because a couple years ago you were just caping for her,
exactly,
and she didn't ask you to. It'd be different if Beyonce was like, "Hey, bro, damn, I wish I would have won there."
Exactly.
You should go up there and say she ain't say shit because she gets it. Beyonce been in the game for like 20 plus years, bro. I'm not always gonna win. It's cool. It's a fucking VMA. I ain't tripping,
exactly.
bro. I'ma chill. So when you got drunk and lit and all that shit, and you want to go up there
off the henny,
off that hen, and you wanted to get up there and be extra, Beyonce was livid.
Yeah,
she could have cut you off right then and there because it's like, nigga, you're embarrassing me.
Yeah,
but she didn't.
Yeah,
because of the relationship that you had with her husband. So she was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna let this nigga live.
Let Kanye do
right.
Kanye.
Let Kanye do Kanye. But then that's why she, as a woman, was like, okay, he fucked that up for her. Hey, you want to come up here and do your little speech? Go ahead, because I ain't tripping. Because like I said, she's been in this shit for like 20. Bro, you know how many awards I got? I ain't tripping off this shit.
Exactly.
But what he said in his rant, we are not gonna sit here and act like Kanye ain't do that shit too.
Yeah.
Remember the VMAs when he performed with the all white, setting, and he had the little piano and the shit like that, and then he wanted. Kanye did the same shit.
Yeah, no,
it's basically,
they all do it.
All artists do that shit. Hell, the Video Vanguard Award came about because Michael Jackson. They was trying VMAs. I'm gonna give y'all some backstory because I'm like a music nerd. The VMAs was trying to get. They wanted Michael Jackson at the VMAs so fucking bad, but Michael was 100. Like, what's the point of me coming? I'm not coming if I'm not up for an award. Shit. Like, Michael was in the fucking game for like 30 years. He's like, I'm not doing that shit, dog. Like, why the fuck am I coming through for what? I done won it all, did it all. I'm good. They was like, we got an award for you. They made up a whole fucking award just so Michael Jackson could come to the awards.
Yeah.
It's the same shit. So it's the same. It's all about politics.
I just don't like that he was like, and I heard, I'm like, all right.
So now you sound like a bitch because now you going off some gossip.
Exactly. So I'm saying that's when if it's nothing that you not 110% for sure, then go holler at her. I'm 9 times out of 10 pretty sure that you can reach Hove or Beyonce, and if you can't, like I said, you can't you can get somebody touch with somebody there. Right. I'm pretty sure you know where they live at. I'm like, show up at one of her shows. They'll let you in. You Kanye, bro. Show up at one of her shows and be like, B, I got to talk to you.
That's what I'm saying. That like, he can be as real and as honest as he want to be. That's fine. I'm all for it. Good job. But it's a time and a place for that. I pay money to hear you rap my favorite songs. I need you to get up here and rap my favorite songs and get the fuck on. Like, that's I said when that first happened, I was like, I don't have a good feeling about this. I knew some other shit was about to come down because dude showed up 2 hours late, did two maybe 3 songs, and then ran it for 30 minutes and then ended the show. See, now a fight should have broke out because I'm gonna whoop your ass because I paid almost $200 for these tickets. I need you to get up here and I don't give a fuck about your personal shit. Not to sound cold-hearted, but you need to sit down with somebody because I can't get up here and talk to you about my personal shit because you don't care either. So go talk to somebody that gives a shit about something like that. Being on tour is not the time and place for that. We don't want to hear that. You don't go at another man's wife, especially somebody you were just caping for a couple years ago. You sound crazy.
Not even the fact he was caping for, like, but that's supposed to be his family.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's your man.
That's your homie. That was your sis. That's your sis. So
exactly.
If y'all is close as you trying to put off to us, then it's like, why are you saying all this shit on stage?
Well, but I feel like mentally he's I'm not gonna say he's looking for attention, but like you could say he's crying for help.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? And so like what I was telling my friend, I said, bro, you have to understand, for like he's been fucked up since his mom died. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that that's still an excuse years down the road, but
he probably didn't grieve properly. It's probably a piece of
yeah, exactly. So he didn't handle it properly, and then he started going down this road, and you can see when somebody is gradually stop fucking with you. So I'm like, bro,
they start sliding away from you.
Exactly. So I'm like, so I was like, you can look at Hove and B and whatever. They did the Watch the Throne, but then Kanye went,
with the Kardashians.
When he started messing with them, you could kind of see Hove kind of. Let me go on, you know what I mean?
Yeah, let me go on.
And then Kanye, like, when Kim got robbed, they didn't call to check on her. No. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think she got robbed, for the simple fact is that this is Kim Kardashian. She's worth $1 billion. That's an exaggeration, but it's not a big exaggeration. She's worth a lot of bread. She's worth more bread than you. You know what I mean?
Basically.
And so you really think that she was in Paris, another country, and she was able to get robbed at gunpoint by 2 dudes, and all they did was take her jewelry? First of all, you can't even get close to her. her.
You should.
You know what I mean? You know, you can't.
Nah.
If we saw Kim Kardashian pull up over there at that Dairy Queen right now, nobody would be able to get close to her.
Nah.
You know, because she would have a security. It would be people. You're not gonna be able to get close to her. So you mean to tell me she got robbed by 2 men by gunpoint in Paris, and all they wanted was her jewelry? I'm gonna be honest. If 2 dudes was to rob, regular females get sexual assaulted.
Yeah,
when they get robbed, when they get robbed, they get mugged in the back of an alley for their purse, $20. You know, they get the possibility they can get sexually assaulted.
Yeah,
you mean tell me 2 dudes got Kim Kardashian at gunpoint and she ain't gonna get sex? Yeah, you know what I mean. So all they did was want her jewelry. You know what? The story sounds like it just sounds like some shit. I don't believe it. So I don't think she really got robbed. You know, and I'm not saying she didn't get robbed because she didn't get sexual. I'm just saying just the fact that she was able to get approached by 2 dudes with guns.
It was patchy
in another country. Patchy. You know what I mean? Not like she was at home.
That with Kim, and that's why. The first round when he was going off on Jay, because he was like, you know, don't call me, come check on me, come to my house. And it's like, nigga, ain't nobody got time to be dropping their fucking life to come coddle your motherfucking. I called you. Yeah. That is enough. Like, I called you. When I get out to LA or something, we'll link up. But for me, I'm not dropping you're not to be disrespectful, but you're not my blood, bro. Yeah. Like, if my brother, my sister got robbed, I'm going to run to their aid because that's my blood, that's my family. You my nigga. I get it, but I'm busy. I'm handling shit. Yeah. When I come out there, we'll chop it. We'll link up. We'll chop it up. So you went from talking about don't call me, come see me, to hey Jay, just call me, man. Like he sound like a junkie, but call me, man.
Give me a call, man. That's
call me like a man. I'm like,
answer the phone, please.
Right, please pick up the phone. Like I want to be like, you ain't sound like a man right here talking about. Just talk to me like a man. It's like, first of all, if you got beef with this nigga, you're not gonna get on a grand stage and tell us I got beef with this nigga. Like, I'm gonna be like, you know, I'm not even gonna tell y'all. Like, I look sad out here. That's my nigga. That's my bro. But he won't pick up the phone. Like, I'm just gonna be like, a nigga won't pick up the phone. Yeah. Whenever because we gon' see each other. So whenever we cross, that's when we'll chop it up.
Exactly.
Simple as that. And we gonna go ahead and get on out of here. Plug your show and everything you got going on for me.
Pretty much, half of the cast. Well, I can't say cast. I guess half of the band.
The band
for Same Shit Different Toilet podcast. You can find us on SoundCloud. Pretty much, you got that. Oh, we got I don't want to call it a mixtape, but we got a beats and clip tape coming out on probably gonna drop it on December 22nd. What is that? A Wednesday? Yes, a Wednesday. Yeah. We're probably gonna drop it on December 22nd. You're on there.
Thursday.
Yeah, that's a Thursday.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Anyway, we're gonna drop that.
Okay.
Pretty much what it is just a compilation of about 10, 11 I say clips from prior episodes that we did over the year. Okay. And I reached out to a couple of producers, local and other places, people I know, and they provided beats. And so, they'll have, play a clip, and then after the clip, and play a beat, something like that. I didn't want to reach out to artists, like, hey, make a song, so I'm not going, but if a producer already got a beat that they didn't drop, or if they didn't mind making a beat, send it over, whatever, and it's just good exposure for them,
right?
Something different for the show, what I mean? It's just a different vibe. I mean, everybody got a podcast now, so
pretty much
it's just a way to separate ourselves from the from the bunch and do something different, bring something different to the table. We might start a trend, might not. Who knows? But it was. Gonna drop a tape, see how it goes, and I think it's pretty cool. I've been listening to it. I like it.
That's a dope concept. I ain't even thinking of shit like that.
Yeah, so it's we've been working on it for the past couple of months, and I really wanted to drop it at the end of October, but it wasn't ready. I didn't. I didn't have the clips I liked yet, so I had to just keep going back and re-listen to old episodes.
Right.
And, I had to get different beats from different people. And I was just like, man, I think I finally got it. It's perfect. Not too long. Right. It's about 11 beats, 11 clips, half and half, intro, outro. That's it.
That's a dope concept. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all look up the episode with me on there. Check out all the episodes. Why not, support your local podcast? You need to. Shit. I mean, the radio ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, right. Radio ain't doing shit.
That's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. Y'all know me, Thuggelina Jolie. If you don't, Thuggelina Jolie on everything, Twitter, IG, Snap, Banshees Block Podcast on Instagram. Also the Facebook like page. Facebook. let's talk for like give me 2 seconds. When you see me in the people you may know section, you don't know me, so don't add me. All right, I'm sick of this shit. Like, no lie, early this week I got 15 motherfuckers asked to be my friend. Of course, it was like a couple artists. I was like, oh, okay, you know, cool. But then it was like the homeboy. I was like, now look, okay, I'm not as friendly as y'all want to think I am. Not saying I'm like a bitch or no shit like that, but I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah, don't add me, bro.
Yeah, don't add me. That especially if you ain't gonna talk to me. Like, you just over here just watching shit. You don't like nothing. You don't. What are you here for? Like, we just taking up space as a number game. Don't. I told y'all. I said on 3, 2, 1. Y'all don't listen. Y'all ignore. I said you don't need my Facebook. That's personal. That's for me and the motherfuckers I actually fuck with. But y'all hard headed. So hey, whatever. You might last. I
just let them sit there when they add me. I just sit there.
I'm a stickler for like clutter, so I just delete them. I hate seeing the little notification just chilling up. I hate seeing that shit.
Because Facebook will remind you.
Yeah, it's
such and
such
sent you a friend request 2 days ago. I'm like, you know what?
I said I don't want to be their friend. Like, and I actually feel like real good when I be like, delete.
Yeah, I'm gonna just not approve this.
Yeah, nope. Because
I don't want notice.
Yeah, because then some people just say you sitting there and they be like, if I've done that, I rarely send out requests. But if I see like it's still on some pending requests, I be like, fuck it, cancel. I'm gonna be a fucking friend. Right.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Well, I guess this person ain't getting online. Let me go and cancel it.
Right. It's like me waiting outside the club or some shit. Like, yo, you gonna let me in? Like, let me in. Fuck your page, nigga. I'm out. Nigga, boop.
Exactly.
Soon enough, you'll be wanting to be my friend. But so I'm gonna wrap this one up. We had an hour. It's a good time.
Yeah, about a good time.
And make sure y'all check out the J Code dropping on the 9th. Yeah, and I'm going to try my hardest to do a show on the 10th.
I'm trying to get the hard copy. I might get. I'm gonna try to get the hard copy so I can have it in the car, and I'm gonna have one in the crib. I ain't gonna open. It's
Look at
special.
Keep one in plastic.
Yeah, I'm excited.
It's a classic.
I already like it. I ain't only heard 2 songs. I already like it.
I love
album of the year. Already 2 songs, documentary. He got it.
Fuck it, we out.
Yeah, y'all rap is dead.
Yeah, mumble rap. R.I.P. to mumble rap. I'm tired of y'all niggas.
21. We out.